are watching Rights and Wrongs, Human Rights Television.
It's a uniquely modern form of slavery. Tens of thousands of children forced or sold into sexual servitude in the brothels of Thailand. Once they become prostitutes, the children, some as young as 6, are powerless to escape and at severe risk of contracting AIDS and other sexually transmitted diseases. The Thai government says it's cracking down on sexual trafficking in children, but leading human rights groups say government officials are actually deeply involved. Thailand, the most popular tourist destination in Asia, is famous for its temples and mountains. But Thailand is also infamous for its thriving sex trade.
Big girl inside, big kids, everything's beautiful. Welcome, sir.
Every year, children, both boys and girls, some as young as 6, are sold or forced into sexual servitude.
American, European, old man, let young girl.
Hundreds of thousands of children now work as prostitutes in Thai brothels like this one. Sampasit Kumprafant heads Bangkok's Center for the Protection of Children's Rights, dedicated to rescuing children forced into prostitution.
They could not supply enough for the market, then they start to get younger girls to be prostitutes. And now not only our Thai girls is not enough, then they try to traffic Burmese and Chinese and Laotian to be prostitutes also.
Most of these children suffer from sexually transmitted diseases, and as many as 50% may be HIV positive. In just the last 2 years, recruiters have lured an estimated 20,000 Burmese girls from poor villages like this one to work in brothels in Thailand. The girls are promised good jobs, and their parents are often paid their wages in advance. The children are then forced to work off the debt, sometimes with 100% interest. A recent report by Human Rights Watch Asia describes child prostitution in Thailand as a modern form of slavery and accuses the Thai government of complicity in the trafficking of girls into Thai brothels.
The Thai military and police are involved in every single aspect of brothel operations.
Sydney Jones is executive director of Human Rights Watch Asia.
They're involved in the recruitment process. They're involved in allowing brothel owners and pimps to go past checkpoints along the border. They often have a direct financial interest in the brothels. So there's no question about involvement of Thai officials at every point along the way.
Once forced into prostitution, children are powerless to negotiate any terms for sex work. For example, in this brothel in the Thai port of Ranong, girls were locked in cubicles and forced to have unprotected sex. Up to 70% were found to be HIV positive by the time they were rescued in a raid by Thai police. Other children have no say over how many clients they must service in a given day or the type of sex they must perform. Thailand's modern sex industry had its origins in the Vietnam War era, when the Thai government contracted with the United States to provide rest and recreation for American troops. Since then, the Thai sex trade has evolved into a highly specialized $5 billion a year industry, catering to virtually every sexual taste and preference.
Some children try to seek for help by sending some message. After that, we will send the information to the special task force to end child prostitution, and we ask them to rescue the girls.
In the past, Thai police have been accused of taking bribes from brothel owners to ignore the situation. Now, under increasing pressure from human rights groups, they have begun conducting raids on brothels known to provide child prostitutes. Once rescued, many of the girls are placed in the care of the Center for the Protection of Children.
We'll bring the girls to stay here for a certain time, because you should know they have much effect from being prostitutes. The first is emotional effects that need a certain program for rehabilitation. And more than that, they are, how to say, they infect some sex transmission disease, including AIDS sometimes.
But it's not just children whose human rights are abused in the Thai sex industry. It's estimated that up to 1 million adult women work as prostitutes in Thailand. For the majority, this is the only way to escape desperate poverty.
The minimum wage in Thailand is about $6 a day, is the official minimum wage. And of course, many of the jobs open to women do not even pay that.
Ara Wilson works with Empower, an organization which aims to protect the rights of Thai prostitutes.
The main problem certainly are health risks, which many people are aware of. Another one is the fact that sex work is illegal, and the people who bear the brunt of sex work being illegal is undoubtedly the sex workers themselves. They have to pay bribes to the police. They're the ones who are going to get arrested. They're the ones who can be threatened.
Thailand has one of the world's highest rates of HIV infection and has become the epicenter of an AIDS epidemic in Asia. Wilson says that there are still people who believe they can't get AIDS.
They're healthy, they're clean, they bathe. And even more than that, you find many Thai men, as well as, I suppose, Western men, who also feel like they can't get AIDS, or let alone the fact that the men never think about the fact that they can give AIDS.
How many men ask me, like, how much out of condom? Really bad, you know. Not just me, you know, other girls too, they ask. Ugly.
One way Empower hopes to educate sex workers and their clients is by using street theater to raise awareness of the health problems they face.
The play is used to promote condom use in order to prevent AIDS and also as a form of contraception. The play shows how to use a condom as well as the reasons why you should protect yourself.
Several times a month, the women from Empower perform their play in the sex district and distribute free condoms to the public.
What we primarily do is accept the fact that sex work exists and then work to educate women, work to give women various forms of education and training. If they want to leave the industry, we help them find other kinds of work and prepare them for that. If they don't want to leave the industry, we help them organize and think about ways that the working conditions can be better and safer.
Hello. Very good.
The Thai government claims to be embarrassed by the country's sex tourism image and says it has made some efforts to end the trafficking and prostitution of children. In a statement responding to rights and wrongs, the government noted that its policy is to eliminate child prostitution completely and unequivocally. It emphasized that heavy prison sentences have now been introduced for those trafficking in children.
Despite all of the pronouncements of the Thai government about its intention of cracking down, in fact, the trade was increasing. One of the reasons that it was increasing was that it was a highly, highly profitable business. You could make huge amounts of money off the prostitution trade, and the girls and women are the victims.
For Samphasik Kumprapant, however, the solution lies not just in reducing the supply of underage sex workers, but also in cutting the demand for their services. His next challenge.
In the past, we tried to do a lot on supply side, especially to the family and the girls, but it's useless. Then this year, we try to have a strategy to pay more attention on the demand side, especially the client. I would like to know why those people have the idea to have sex with children or prostitution in another country.
You are watching Rights and Wrongs, Human Rights Television.